Welcome back to Rocket Roundup. Toledo women's swimming and diving is back in the pool with a new captain on deck. And for those who may be longtime Rockets fans, you may remember this familiar face in Jacy Dyer, one of the most decorated swimmers in Toledo history. Now the head coach. Thanks so much for coming in and chatting with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Why was it so important to you to return to your alma mater?
I love the University of Toledo. I grew so much as a person and as a student athlete here, and being able to run the program and being able to help these women grow and hopefully learn as much as I did when I was here is just a dream come true.
Before coming to Toledo, you spent time at Virginia Tech as well as James Madison and most recently at Fairfield. What did you take from each of those steps that's helped prepare you for this role specifically?
I learned so much at each stop. JMU, I just settled into my role as an assistant, just learned how to be consistent emotionally and be the coach that I needed to be for them, and learned a lot about the craft and being more organized overall. Virginia Tech, being able to coach Olympians, NCAA qualifiers, champions, world qualifiers and finalists, it was incredible. And then learning from one of the best coaches in the world was something that was just so beneficial, and I loved every second of it. And then Fairfield, my first head coaching job. So I know that there's still more that I want to do as a head coach and more that I need to learn. And so those experiences just help me be better and help my student athletes get better.
So how would you describe the culture you're now trying to set within the program here for the Rockets?
I want this to be something that they're going to remember for the rest of their lives. When I look back on my career, on my swimming career, my teammates probably mean more to me than any accomplishment that I've ever done. And I want that for my athletes now, and building that culture is so important. It's more than just winning and losing. It's so much more about the relationships that they build and who they become as an individual too. So hopefully we can build on that and build that culture.
Even in the early stages of the season now, how have you seen the student athletes start to buy into that?
They are coming out of their shells in such a great way. They're becoming just more confident in who they are, and you can see them each day kind of chipping away at maybe some of those insecurities too, which is pretty awesome. Seeing their confidence building and seeing them build each other up, because I feel like as women it's important to do that because we don't do that enough. But seeing them do that and being more comfortable with that has been really cool.
Oh, I love to hear that. Even though it's still early, how have you seen the MAC change since your time as a swimmer to now as a coach?
The MAC conference is probably one of the best mid-major conferences in the country. It's especially the top 3, top 4 schools. They're incredible. They are elite. They qualify their student athletes for NCAAs every year. So that definitely was a draw for the University of Toledo coming back and everything too, because the MAC conference is very, very competitive. And if you are doing well in this conference, you're competing against Power 4 schools, and you're competing against, NCAA champions and qualifiers, and you're making a difference in the sport. So it's very competitive, and it's going to be tough to break into even the top 5, but we can do it. I believe in that.
So going off of that exactly, what would you say your goals are for your first season as head coach?
We just want to see improvement. So score more points. If we can move up a few places, that would be huge. I believe in this team, and I believe in these women, and I think they're stronger than they realize. And so once we build that belief, they're going to see what they're capable of doing, and we're going to see that improvement in the pool.
And I have to ask you, do the swimmers know who you are in terms of when you became the head coach, the history that you'd left, and how has that kind of relationship potentially been?
It's been interesting because my name is still on the record board, so they see it every day. And so it's a cool thing, but I'm also really looking forward to the day that I get to celebrate when someone takes my name down from the board, because then I get to coach them up, but they get to see their work pay off. And so I think, yes, they see it, but I think it's been really cool for them to kind of strive for something and really build toward that, which is cool.
Was there any sense of surprise that your records still stand?
Yes, it's been a long time. And Toledo is a great program, and they've had a lot of people come through. So what I think we can do as a program is really start to bring down those records that were around when, it's like a decade ago now. It's a long time. So I'm hoping we can start bringing those down pretty quickly.
Well, we can't wait to see what you do the rest of this winter, and thanks so much for coming in and chatting with me.
Thank you for having me.